Good damn morning, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. And there could be a little bit of good news. There could be a little bit of silver lining coming out of the situation with Iran and their little pontoon boats. Now, the president of Iran, I don't remember what his name is. It's complicated. But the president of Iran said yesterday that all Iran is doing is monitoring the U.S. Navy's activities in Iran. They said that there will be no conflict. That's not what they want. They said that they're just looking. They're just monitoring us, keeping an eye on us. Thanks, Iran. Glad to know that you're concerned with our safety. Any damn way, Iranian officials, Iranian leaders need to get on the same fucking page. You guys need to FaceTime, Zoom, smoke signals, carrier pigeons, whatever you need to do it. Because you have your own generals talking about if we do anything else, it's going to be worse than that little bombing they did on the base, which was a few months ago, which kicked off getting General Salami killed. They're telling us it's going to be hell on earth if we do anything else. But then you have the Iranian president saying that that's not the case. We're just looking. We don't want any problems. We don't want any problems. Hurry up and buy. All right, leave. We don't want any troubles. Who do we listen to? And really, the Ayatollah, that's who's really in charge. That's who's calling the shots. You can be a president. You can be whatever the fuck you want. Islam reigns supreme over there, and the Ayatollah is going to have the final say-so. Now, I'm hoping the Ayatollah follows in the footsteps of the president and says, this is not what we want. We don't want conflict. We're just looking. That's all. We're just looking. We're not going to touch anything. We're just browsing. Okay, good. Because we don't want conflict with Iran. We don't want conflict with anybody. We're prepared. Chances are we're going to dominate, but we don't want that. All right? We want to use our powers for good. We don't want to have to go over there and stomp a mud hole in Iran's ass. So like I said, I'm hoping that the president is correct. I'm hoping that their generals and the other ones talking violence, talking threats. I hope they have a meeting with them and they get on the same page, this peaceful page. That's what we all want. We have other things to worry about. And they're worried about us as their fucking population starves to death. Hey, you guys, you maintain social distancing as you starve. Don't mess with us, Iran. Take care of your people. We're a little different. We can take care of our people and fuck you up. I don't think you can do the same. Let's keep it peaceful. Trump's done a pretty good job of keeping us out of new conflicts. Just pulled some bombers out of Guam. I hope this is a trend we see all around the world. I guess our base in North Korea, that might be a little bit different because if we leave, literally, there could be some shit with South Korea. But the Persian Gulf, no. We need to get the fuck up out of there. We're done. We've done all we can. What else can we do? Send more young men and women to that fucking meat grinder in the sand? We're done. We've exhausted all our options. We've done all we can. Fuck that part of the world. We need to go. Speaking of Trump, now you heard the whole thing with the disinfectant, saying that people should inject themselves with disinfectant. Come on. Now he claims that he was being sarcastic. Now, I watched the video of him saying it. It didn't come across as very sarcastic, but obviously, he's not telling people to mainline fucking Lysol. Like, no shit. And even if he did, even if the president got on TV and said, you know what? I've been talking to some really smart people, and they say the best way to fight the China virus is to take some Lysol and put that shit in your veins. Even if he did say that, you're a dumbass if you do. But no matter how you feel about the president, you know damn good and fucking well he didn't get up there and think that, you know what, we should consider putting chemicals in our bodies. Now, as far as the whole light thing, he also said that the China virus doesn't do good in heat and humidity. I saw a video of this like flashing blue infrared light or whatever that they put in the hospital room, and it flashes. And when the light flashes, the heat is so intense that it would kill any China virus on the surfaces. That made sense. That sounds like something we can do. It sounds like something that could be done on a large scale. That's not very invasive. It doesn't require chemicals or anything like that. Just an empty room. You put the light in there, flashes a few times, kills the China virus on surfaces. Sounds great. But obviously, he wasn't serious about putting disinfectant in your body. Maybe he meant some type of disinfectant, and maybe he picked the wrong words. I think that's what happened. Because you're obviously not going to, what are you going to do? Swallow a fucking toilet brush and scrub your insides? Come on. Obviously, that's not what he fucking meant. And like I said, even if that's what he came out and said, like, look, I'm telling you this with a serious face, you need to drink Pine Sol or whatever. Would you do it? There's a lot of dummies. There's a whole lot of dummies out there. And some probably would. That matter of fact, remember when he first started talking about the hydrochloroquine and some dumbasses somewhere? Where was it? In Arizona, I think. And my apologies to Arizona if I'm getting this wrong. But it was somewhere in America where these dummies drank, like I guess you can find that stuff in pool cleaner. So these dumbasses drank pool cleaner and died, and they're trying to say, well, it's because the president told them to. Look, I don't give a shit what anybody says. I don't care if he was king, emperor, fucking whatever Trump, president, prime minister Trump, all in one. I don't care if you gave him all those titles together. If you got on TV and told me to drink pool cleaner, I'm going to be like, fuck no. Are you kidding me? But there are people that dumb, let me tell you. I'm going to get into it in a few minutes. Yeah, there are people that dumb, obviously. And you know something I was thinking about yesterday? I was like, I wonder how the elites, the celebrities, and all that shit, the upper crust, are dealing with the quarantine, the shelter in place, without their staff. Because housekeepers and shit are not essential workers. I looked at the list today. I looked at the California list of essential workers, and I did not see housekeepers on there. Maids, butlers, that kind of shit. Maybe I missed it, but it's broken down into different categories, and I didn't see housekeepers on there. So how are they dealing with this? How are they dealing with doing the normal day-to-day things that we all do without a second thought? It's just second nature to us. Has been since we were children, probably. Or at least very young, at least an adolescent. I know my mom didn't let me wash my own clothes until I was 14 because she didn't want me to damage her damn washing machine. Understandable. But what are they doing? Are they like standing in front of their refrigerator, just staring at it, waiting for the food to come out, already prepared? Remember that scene from Coming to America where Hakeem, they tell him to mop the floors? Well, here, let me give you a quick backstory on Coming to America if you've never seen it. The main character is a dude named Hakeem, and he comes from this land in Africa called Zamunda. And he turned 21, and it's time for him to find a queen. So he gets the bright idea. He's like, well, let me go find one. He spins the globe, finds a place called Queens, New York. So he figures if it's called Queens, there's got to be some queens there. So he shows up, he gets a job at this place called McDowell's, a direct ripoff from McDonald's. And they tell him, hey, no, he's been a prince his whole life. He's never done a chore. There's a scene where he asks if he could wash himself, if he could bathe himself. And the guy laughs at him, like, of course not. You can't bathe yourself. He has people to bathe his body. So he's never done any work. He's never lifted a finger. So he gets to America, and he gets his job at McDowell's, and they give him a mop bucket. You know, the yellow bucket with the 4 wheels? And they gave him the mop bucket with water and a mop in it. And he said, go ahead, mop the floor. And he takes the mop still in the bucket and just starts rolling the bucket around the floor. And the dude's looking at him like, what the fuck? And so he takes the mop out of the bucket, puts the wet mop on the floor, then starts mopping. I wonder if that's how all these Hollywood fucking weirdos are dealing with shit. Because they never had to do it. Maria can't come to the house now. Consuela can't come and do all that shit. I wonder if they're like smelling the vacuum, like, Mom, what's this? What does this thing do? What's this machine, this box with the water and the clothes in it? You dumbasses. I hope they're sitting there with just piles of trash and laundry, not knowing what to do. They just keep ordering more shit from Amazon. They don't even clean their clothes or their house. Looks like a fucking hoarder's house in there. You ever seen that episode of Hoarders? Or any episode? If you ever feeling bad about your life and you figure like, man, I'm really fucking up, you need to watch an episode of Hoarders. Even worse than that, Animal Hoarders. That shit is disgusting. And I bet that's what all those Hollywood pieces of shit houses look like right now. Because there's nobody come in and do that for you. You don't got your staff. You see them doing their videos? Them motherfuckers look rough. Shit, no hair dye, no makeup. Damn. Guess they're not as pretty as they wanted us to think they are. I guess their outsides are starting to match their insides. Oh, fuck you, Hollywood. All right, guys, you know what time it is. It's time for me to hop in this damn rat race. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell, because every time it rings, a piece of shit liberal cries. Get your Jericho Green notification tone, just $1.29. Link in the description box. Utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.